Well, hello there guys, Agrippa Maxennius here, coming at you with one of my favorite games of all time, and if you've noticed the resolution is a little messed up, don't worry, that's just the way it is. This is a very old game. It's very, very hard to actually get it in the style of a game today, so this is what we're going to be seeing. This game is all about conquest in the South American continent, as well as Central America, and basically the Spanish, the French conquest of these places, the Portuguese conquest. In this case, we're going to go ahead, we're going to jump right into a single mission, guys, and we're going to play The Return of the White Gods. This is one of the missions in the game, and basically we need to go ahead. See, I'm getting very, I've played this before, but it's been a very long time. We're going to go ahead and try to take over this area from the native tribes. As you can see, you have disembarked on the shore of Yucatan. Your troops are destroying a native settlement. If you can capture a mine building and extinguish the flames, you will save the stored provisions. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a big fan of being friends with the Mayas. Our officer, Alonso de Avila, has constructed a fort. A fort is needed for defense and production of military units. However, we need a blacksmith, and that's where we're going to go ahead and decide to capture buildings and essentially go ahead and take this area back from the enemy. We captured a mysterious building and killed the shaman. It seems to be a mine sanctuary loaded with provisions. That is damaged and burning. You must repair it. So we're going to go ahead and select our peasants and right-click on the gray house. And as you can see, a little bit like Age of Empires style, we have to rebuild this building. And right now, we are in a foreign land. We don't know what treasure awaits us, what dangers await us. As you can see, we have saved the provisions in this house, and our stocks have been replenished. So this is really cool. Basically, these are our men. We're going to go ahead and try to get them all together, because if the Mayans attack again, we want to make sure that these guys are ready to fight. The game may be a little fast for some of you guys, but this is just the way this game was. It's always been this way. It's kind of cool, if you ask me, I think. And really right now, what we need to do is go ahead and occupy this building. So I'm going to take my men, and I'm going to charge in. We know that a few enemies ran in there and tried to take shelter, and we can't have that. So we're going in, and here we go. Slaughter the natives! Well, there we go. Okay, great, guys. So at this point, our fort trains peasants and warriors. We have to obviously set a dwelling, and to do that, I believe we have to go ahead and we have to grab the peasants and build the dwelling. As you can see, this is our mounted officer. He's quite experienced and very important, obviously, to our cause. So let's go ahead. We're going to build the dwelling. I'm also going to have some peasants go ahead and get started on a mill. Without a mill, obviously, we have no grain. Without grain, we can't field any units, and that's not good. And I want to make sure to get more harquebusiers here, because we're not going to be able to live just with this. Mill has been built. When the field crops are ripe, use peasants to harvest the food from the field, and watch out for harvest time. Obviously, harvest time is a time when a lot of the enemy is going to be coming out to face us. And at this point, as you can see, peasants are created here. We're going to go ahead and set the production to affirmative so that we keep building peasants. As you can see, all it takes to build peasants is some food. Kind of funny, kind of sad, but that's just the way it is. And at this point, these peasants are just going to go ahead and start building things. We'll build a storehouse, but we are just going to keep building them, and we're going to send these guys right to the barracks to keep increasing the size of our army. What I really want to know is, where did all our troops go? Did they just die taking the fort? I guess they did. I don't know. But as you can see, this is how we train. Two furious native tribes are celebrating around these monuments of stone. They're going to attack you. Your ranted officer can conclude a temporary truce with one of the tribes. Send it to the stone monuments. Be careful. So we definitely want to go ahead. We're going to have to send our officer here. As you can see, thankfully, this building, this fort, has some gunfire, which really is going to help us defend this area. But we can't defend it from continuous attacks. So we're going to go ahead and go to this shaman over here and try to get the native support. As you can see, our pikemen are getting out here, but there's not enough of them. We need more halberdiers to fight the enemy. Okay, if you give us 1,000 units of wood, we're thinking about stopping our attack. Are you willing to pay for the truce? Oh, yes, we are. And we happen to have 1,000 units of wood. And they'll think about it. That's fucked up. So here we go. We're going to try to chase the enemy. And as you can see, the harquebusiers are much better because these pikeman units can't really catch up to their archers very well. So I'm going to go ahead and actually send the pikeman units over here into our town. Luckily, this fort is still firing away. That's certainly a good thing. And let's go ahead and see what else we can build. A blacksmith. We need a blacksmith desperately. Let's go ahead and get these harquebusiers up and see if we can't kill the rest of these natives. I don't like them attacking our settlements. Very good, we constructed the blacksmith. And that's it. We have to train the peasants into military units and obviously attack. Let's actually hit here really quickly. Game menu. I believe in the settings, game mode's already in slow mode. That's what's amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and lower game speed to about that, and that should improve our speed because there's not enough time to react, really. So here we go. Wow, that really slows things down. Let's take a look. We're gonna go ahead and grab people, and as you can see, you really need to mess around with the speed in this game. That's just kind of the way it is. We'll take a look at the game menu once again, and settings. Let's increase the speed to about here. Except that's a bit more realistic. I like that. Alright guys, so at this point we obviously are just trying to build more and more peasants because we want to stop these attacks. As you can see, the natives are attacking. They're on their way. Let's try to get as many Harkebusiers as we can. Unfortunately, we need to send peasants here, but our men are actually doing a great job at defeating the natives. You can see that we have a superior armament. Their bodies are strewn all over the place. And at this point, we want to grab these peasants, send them into this building, because we have more natives on the way, and they don't look friendly. I definitely want to focus on building the Harkebusiers, though, because if we don't, we are dead. And there we go, they're attacking our peasants. We don't want that to happen. Luckily, our peasants can actually fight back, and look at that. They're quite strong. It's pretty funny. Nonetheless, shouldn't be a laughing matter at this point, because we need to continue winning in this area. Sound a little bit like Charlie Sheen now. We're going to go ahead, we're going to start gathering food, and we're going to keep on building peasants. That's the thing about peasants. All you really need is food. And in fact, it would probably be a good idea to go ahead and build another building here, maybe a mine to get some iron. This would allow us to go ahead and start getting better units, etc., better armor, upgrades, things of that nature. Let's go ahead and also build another dwelling, and let's see how our military is coming along. Okay, I don't like this. I'm going to cancel all the spearmen. I just want Harkebusiers because the enemy is playing hard to get now. They have mostly archer units, as you can see. And they're trying to see if they can kill us in a semi-easy way. Let's go ahead and take our commander and send him over here to the other tribe and see if we can broker a peace deal with them. I know it's not the best thing to do, but we really can't continue to defend ourselves from all these constant violent attacks by the natives. And as you can see, we need more peasants. What do you think that means, guys? That means we are going to send more peasants to war. It's time to go. And this is one of the reasons I love this game so much. The originality is awesome. The time period is really, really cool. And it's one time period I see that a lot of games don't focus on. Basically, the vicious conquest of the Americas. This is my history, at least. For many of you, it's your history, too. So we're going to go ahead and look, even the peasants are fighting. And hopefully these Harkebusiers can open up and fire. Oh, what's going on? I don't like that sound. No, 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 no. I don't want them attacking our officer. I'm going to keep an eye on our mounted officer because it would be really bad if they suddenly started attacking. And look at this. Mayan pikemen. Those look terrifying. We definitely don't want to tangle with them. Let's take a quick look at our workshop. Let's see. What luck. Reinforcements, food, and ammunition from Spain have arrived. Go for victory. Victoria, of course. That is awesome. So we actually have some reinforcements here. Holy crap, guys. Look at that. That is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and send them up, and I don't think the enemy is going to mess with us anymore. Look at this massive army we have. Let's see if we were able to broker a peace deal with the enemy. Oh, what difference does it make? Maybe our mounted officer is actually dead. It's quite possible at this point. But no matter, we're going to make a difference anyway. I'm going to send some detachments this way to defend the town, and the rest of the detachments I will send over here to deal with the Maya. I don't want these guys running all over the place, though, so I could set them to just defense, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to guard so that they're not constantly chasing the enemy. But really, this is the idea behind the game, and now we would obviously want to go and take the enemy town, city, etc. So we are going to start doing that. We're going to start moving towards the enemy here. 77 halberdiers, 34 musketmen, pretty awesome. And we're going to go ahead and try to destroy these heretical temples. They don't mean anything to me. They shouldn't mean anything to you, especially not if you care about Agrippa Maxentius. But let's move these guys in here. We're going to keep on building those Harkebusiers. And here we go. The war is starting. As you can see, we're getting into their territory. They're not too happy about that. There's very little they can do. They are unable to defeat the great silver and white gods that attack their defenseless villages. Oh, poor guys. As you can see, we just hacked one guy to death. So we're now in the desert here, approaching their area. And obviously, we see another building here. We could probably try to take this building. And maybe we can use it. This is a temple, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead, and may not be a capturable building. Not all of them are. But I will see if we can capture it. As for these guys over here, I want to go ahead. I want to keep building peasants, and I want to send some more peasants into the fields. We don't have enough peasants in the fields right now. And we can tell because of the amount of food that is going out the window. Actually, we have a lot of food. What am I talking about? We're fine. Let's see what's going on down here. All right, wow, look at that. The shamans have come out to fight us. And actually, these may be Mayan warriors that are coming to fight us at this point. But our men took care of them pretty quickly. And here we go. Look at the amount of men. They don't like that we're attacking their religious sites. But we're going to attack anyway and slaughter the heretics. Go, men, go! All right, more over here. So we're going to have to deal with them too. What must be done, must be done. That's all I have to say about this. Okay, I don't think we can take the building. What we will do, we will continue. And clearly the Maya are helping these tribes. So I'm going to go ahead here and see if I kill all their shamans, if that does something. We'll also send half of our guys up this way to cause some trouble for the remaining guys that seem to be attacking our rear. Look at those guys. Those stone clubs are not easy to deal with. I'll tell you that right now. Let's take a look at our workshop. We meant to do this before. Blacksmith, rather. We're going to purchase the cold steel. This will be a better upgrade for our halberdier, of course, and we'll eventually get a better upgrade for our musketmen. So let's see what we're doing over here. All right, we've utterly annihilated these guys on the right, and I don't think that tribe should be giving us any more trouble, so we should head back. Now, this is just one mission, guys. This is not even a campaign mission. You can imagine how incredibly extensive the campaigns are, and we basically need to take over this entire landmass from the enemy and ultimately secure victory for Spain. And that's done through acquiring resources, getting more men, more food, etc. That's kind of the deal. So make sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below, guys. If this is a game you would buy, or if it's not a game you would buy, let me know anyway. I'd love to hear your opinions. This is an oldie but goodie, and I highly recommend you get it very, very cheap on the Steam store and well worth the price. This is definitely a game that you could just play for days, trying to take over the Americas. And look at that nice pile of bodies we got there. We're not taking any guff from these Mayas. As an ending to the video here, I'll go ahead and take the rest of my force and charge in here and see what happens. You may be surprised. This is probably the town settlement we had to attack, and as you can see, we have some towers there. We could take over these towers and actually put arquebusiers in them, but hopefully it won't come to that. Go ahead, search and destroy the Mayan settlement, conquer the buildings, and attack their warriors. So we have to capture 3 Mayan fortresses to essentially win this particular battle, but nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and charge in. Can we beat these guys? These are not bad warriors, these Mayas. They are really putting up a nice fight. I'm a little worried. Natives living in the Northern Peninsula are attacking you again. These bastards. Well, I think we're all right, and it looks like the Mayas may actually be trying to retreat a little bit. They probably can't take that withering fire from our arquebusiers, but no, they've got reinforcements here, and we may need to start building troops for sure. There we go. We've broken in, and at this point, I'm going to go ahead and go for one of their towers. So let's go ahead. We're going to move in, and as you can see, we can take over this tower. I don't want to take over with too many men, so let's take like just a handful here. Send them into the tower, and there we go. We'll send a few of these guys into the tower over here, and this is going to give us firing positions here, make it easier for us to spot the enemy and kill them, especially at long ranges. And eventually we would move into the town and conquer, but this is just a gameplay video, a first look at, if you will. So I really just wanted to show you guys kind of what this is all about, and hope you guys enjoyed the game. As you can see, we're actually still fighting our way into these buildings, so we may need to bring even more men to take these buildings. You can see there's 2 of 5 in here, so there are still warriors in there fighting. Thankfully, this one seems to be controlled, but only pikemen inside, so we can't make much of a difference. And look at this poor arquebusier. He's just going to be shot to death by arrows and rocks. This is not going to go well for him. What the hell just happened there? That was an act of God. And I think that's the cue to end the video. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you take a look at American Conquest, and make sure to leave your thoughts about the game down below. Take care. Have an awesome, awesome day.